My name is Keating. I am the new teacher at this elite boys' school. On the first day of class, I asked the students to tear up their textbooks. They were all shocked, thinking I was joking, but I told them, true poetry cannot be measured by grades. Poetry is not a formula. It is the cry of the soul. I asked them to call me captain in class. I led them in reading poetry aloud. I made them stand on desks to see things from new angles. I told them to think independently. Being a doctor or a lawyer is important. That is how we survive. But poetry and dreams are what make life passionate. Soon, the students became curious about my past. They learned from the library that I was once a student here too. I had started a secret club called the Dead Poets Society. It was a group that read poetry in a cave. We used poetry to release our deepest feelings. The students were inspired. They secretly revived the club at night. They sneaked out of the dorm, lit candles, and read poetry aloud. In nature, they felt the power and freedom of poetry. In class, I encouraged timid Todd to speak up. He was too nervous to lift his head. I covered his eyes, asking him to describe what he saw in his mind. For the first time, Todd broke through himself. Discovering a new sense of self, his voice became strong and confident. Neil was even braver in pursuing his dreams. He loved theater and finally stepped onto the stage as the lead. In a play on the day of the performance, he received applause from the entire audience. His classmates were proud of him, but his father strongly opposed him, insisting he follow a predetermined path. Nay was heartbroken. The students truly felt the harshness of reality for the first time. Charlie got into trouble for acting impulsively. The principal turned all the blame on me, under pressure. The students were forced to sign statements. Only Charlie refused eventually. I was dismissed from the school. Before leaving, I walked into the classroom. The students were silent. The room was tense. Then timid Todd stood up and shouted, "My captain." His voice shook everyone. One by one, the students climbed onto their desks, showing their respect through action. The principal tried to stop them angrily, but they remained steadfast. Looking at me, tears filled my eyes. Yes, I may not be able to change the rules, but I can ignite the fire in their hearts. I want them to know life is not blind obedience, but brave thinking and choice. True freedom is finding your own voice. Even when reality is harsh, we must seize the moment, draw strength from life, and make our lives shine brilliantly.